What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm putting a steering wheel into the Miata. It should help it drive a little better. It already drives great as is, but I just want a little extra handling out of it. So I'm going to show you guys the steering wheel that I got. It's from NRG. It's one of the limited edition ones. Nothing crazy. If you guys watch Hoonigan, I'm sure you know Hurt and his RX-7. Same steering wheel as that. So I'm going to show you that right now. Comes in this very nice pizza box here, ultra slice. If you open it up, it's got all of this stuff in it. It's cool, whatever. That stays up, I guess not. Oh, there we go. So take this out. It had a cover on it around here. It looks really good for what it is. It's got little pizza engravings on it right there, if you can see that. And it comes with, get this, Parmesan cheese and crushed red pepper. I haven't opened it, but I'm sure it is exactly what they said it is. If we take the steering wheel out here, this is a, I think, 380 millimeter steering wheel. And then in the box, it also comes with combos. Nice. So if you get hungry while installing your brand new steering wheel, you've got some pizza flavored combos. To do this install, you obviously need a short hub at least. I did go with the NRG one, and I see a lot of people make the same mistake. I'm going to show you how to not make that mistake and keep your clock spring. So I see a lot of people make the same mistake and they leave in that little back brass plating on their NRG short hub. I'm going to show you how to take that out and actually install this thing properly. A little FYI, I definitely recommend unhooking your battery for at least 30 minutes prior to your install, just so your airbags don't go off or anything. It's a lot safer that way. Wait at least 30 minutes. So for this, if you do decide to go with the NRG short hub, there's this little brass plating in the back of it. That's not for the Miata. So we're gonna take it out and it should be pretty easy. We're just gonna pry it out with a flathead. Just stick that right in there like that. Pull this out just like that. It's out. Pretty easy. A lot of people skip that part and they don't do, like, just take it out, because now you have a lot more space back here. This isn't in there. You don't need it. It's not for the Miata. And that should leave space for the clock spring to fit in here. So definitely take that out. So to do this, there are 4 bolts just behind this. There's one up here. Not that you can see it, but there's 2 top, 2 bottom on both sides. They're both going to be, well, all 4 of them are going to be a 10 millimeter. I recommend not sitting in front of the airbag when you do this, even after the time, just in case. Don't want to take any risks. Airbags are not to mess around with. Pray for me. I'm going to try to take this thing out. And like that, all of the screws are out, and this bomb of an airbag is ready to come out. You'll need one of these. There's a string holding the airbag in, so you'll have to cut that out. So I had to make a quick run to the garage. I had to get a 21mm socket for this steering wheel bolt here. So that's what I did. Oh, I grabbed the 22. Good thing I got the 21. So 21, just in case. Make sure that when you do this, you hold on to the steering wheel and keep it as straight as possible. Otherwise, your alignment's going to be way off. This just makes it a lot easier. And that is why I brought this. Kind of overkill, but that's all I had. Leave your bolt on there pretty good, because when you try to pull this thing off, it could hit you in the face if you don't leave the bolt on there. You don't want your nose broken, so keep the bolt and just a couple light taps and it should come right off, just like that. With this thing, make sure you have some pliers that are able to cut, because you need to trim the plastic off a little bit. So this little plastic piece here is what you're gonna trim up just a little. It's hard to do this and record at the same time. So you're gonna do this. Actually, that might fit as is. Also, there's this little arrow. Make sure that's pointing up all the time. I'm gonna see if I can fit this hub without trimming. If not, then I'll trim, but if I have to, I will. With this piece here, this little wire here, we can just cut it out. That's why I brought these. So we're gonna make sure to leave a good bit here. I'm gonna cut pretty close to the blue tab, if you can see this. I'm gonna cut pretty close to the top of this. And just like that, that's off. Don't need this. If you're putting a steering wheel in your Miata, I'm sure you're probably not gonna be putting the stock one back in, ever. So it doesn't, if you plan on doing that, don't go with this short hub. Get like the Momo one or whatever. Something that will fit all of that in there. As far as the NRG short hub, you're not going to be able to use that. So there's that. Let's see. There's also these little tabs on these side. That lines up with what's on the clock spring. So make sure you have these lined up and your clock spring arrow is pointing straight up. I trimmed up this little piece here. Hopefully that fits a little better now. I see a lot of people make the mistake of taking their clock spring out. If you want your turn signals to work, I recommend keeping this. So if you do not keep this, your turn signals won't automatically turn off or anything. That gets very annoying after a while. I don't want to deal with it, so I'm keeping this just trimmed up, this little piece here. Alright, so the torque spec for this thing here, this bolt, is 35 foot-pounds. I don't have my torque wrench here. I forgot it at the shop. So I'm not going to properly torque it down. I'm just going to do what feels right. Alright, so it's a couple days later, and I finally finished the wheel install. It happens. Sometimes these things go a little longer than you want them to, but that's just part of what this is. So I'm going to show you what the finished product looks like, and then I know it's a little dark, but I have a pretty bright flashlight here, so you'll be able to see everything and just show you what's going on here. So I did end up putting the quick release portion onto the wheel, just because now my knees don't hit it when I'm driving. I really have to lift my legs up. I also sit pretty far back as is, and I'm not that tall. So the quick release definitely helped. So that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like, comment, subscribe for more. I definitely have a lot of cool videos coming out soon. Recording another big one tomorrow. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next one.